Yeah, thanks Jan for the introduction. Great to be here. So I'm happy to represent Einhundert, our company. We call ourselves the renewable energy provider for multi-tenant buildings. Maybe multi-tenant buildings doesn't sound like the most sexy of all markets, but why do we work in this field? And why does the clicker not work? Maybe you can just forward one slide. Hang on. So, building operations alone are responsible for 28% of global energy-related CO2 emissions. This is not including construction, so more than a quarter of all CO2 emissions come from our building and operating them. And which is striking, we still power them by burning fossil fuels, still in it today. But what's happening right now is ESG taxonomy forces building owners to measure CO2, to reduce it. The EU efficiency directives tighten the standards, and also you're highly incentivized to roll out solar and efficient heating in your buildings. Not to mention the big amount of CO2 costs that will hit the market. Already at 50 euros per ton, you will see around 10 billion of yearly CO2 costs in Germany alone. What's the way out of this? So there's a clear path to avoid the CO2, and there's also a path to avoid your stranded assets. First step would be to turn the electricity green, install solar on every roof possible, provide the clean energy to the tenants, add green electricity from the grid, and reduce CO2 by already 20%. Once the electricity side of your building is green, turn the heating electric, and reduce the rest of the emissions. So that's basically what we at Einhundert aim to do. We aim to decarbonize the European building stock through solar electrification. How do we do this? We help real estate players electrify their multi-tenant portfolios, and we do this in a 5-step cycle. So obviously we have to get in touch with them, agree on a product choice, how do they want to do it. Then we scan their whole portfolios, we audit a first building batch, install this batch, so with our partners install solar PV, install our smart meters. Then we convert the tenants into users, and we operate the building for 10 plus years. And obviously, as we are talking long duration contracts and partnerships in the B2B space, we will then add more and more buildings until whole building portfolios are turned green. What have we been up to in the last couple of months? So in April this year, my co-founder Ernesto had the honor to represent our company. This is one of his last slides. We announced that we increased our funding from our investors and also what we wanted to do over the last couple of months. And that's what I want to give you a short update. First thing we addressed was our go-to-market update and expansion. So new branding, new marketing push, pushing our sales. And in the back, we were working on the service platform that will allow for scaling through these thousands of buildings that we will operate. How did it go? Go-to-market went pretty well, as you can see. So we could achieve exponential growth of our building pipeline on the left that you see there. And also our client pipeline resembles this growth. You see some prominent names on the right side, who we are servicing Mieterstrom, what it is called in Germany, for. And also in the, as I told you, working on our product to get our service platform where it needs to be to hit basically the sweet spot for scale. And this contains solutions for the whole value chain. So from being able to quickly scan whole building portfolios in the building analysis through a process engine that enables the team to service all these and to roll them out through an operations portal. And then finally, you need to put the service out to the tenants, so a B2C portal where everyone finally has transparency over the energy consumption and costs. This is now in place and will allow us to take the next step, which is scale the operations. After obviously scaling the sales, you need to scale the operations and then roll out solar electrification. And as I told you, the next step then will be also boosting the value by integrating electric heating and e-mobility and turn the whole building green, not only from the electricity side, but also from the heating. Last but not least, I want to announce our upcoming funding round that we will be closing in Q4 of this year, and we invite all investors who take decarbonization seriously to decarbonize the European building stock together. Thanks very much.